What's up guys, this is Zepilar, and today I'm going to be bringing you an add-ons video. So let's get straight into it. My first UI add-on that I use is called Razer Naga. It's very similar to Bartender or Dominoes in the fashion that it lets me customize my action bars and basically move them around, size them, and scale them how I want them to be. The next add-on I use is for my action bars, and it basically lets me customize the border of my buttons, and this add-on is called Masque. The next add-on I use is called Nice Damage. It basically changes the font on the combat text of the standard Blizzard UI. I'll show you an example of this. So my font when I attack things is very different than the standard Blizzard UI. So it's basically for cosmetic use. The next add-on I use is mixed scrolling battle text, and you can notice that it's on the bottom right of my screen right here. It scrolls up and it basically splits my attacks into the single attack, and it shows you each and every attack and what you hit it for instead of the standard, like I don't really know what I hit a 22k for, and here it shows me exactly what I hit 22k with, and it's easier to sort things out. And if you wanted to track procs that you get, like it shows me holy power and when I get landslide and all my certain little self buffs, it does that too, and it keeps track of my killing blows. Next add-on I use is called Tidy Plates, and this replaces the standard nameplates of my UI. It's more compact and it keeps track of debuffs on the target, which I like very much, and it's smaller, more compact, which I like since the standard UI nameplates are pretty big. The next set of add-ons are mainly for PvP, and they help me when I'm doing Battlegrounds or Arena. The first one I use is Healers Have to Die, and it marks enemy healers with a big red X above their nameplate, which helps you keep track of where healers are and lets you focus them easily. The next add-on I use is called GladiatorlosSA, and this basically calls out with a computer voice any action being done by an enemy. So if a warrior pops recklessness or deterrence or even heals himself, I will be able to hear it if I'm not completely paying attention, which is useful at times when you get tunnel vision and all that. The next one I use is called Debuff Filter, and it basically lets me keep track of the debuffs I put on a target or the buffs that they put on themselves. For example, if I'm attacking a training dummy and I'm putting my dot of my Seal of Truth up, it keeps track of it right there, which is very useful to see. And if they have any buffs that they put on themselves, like Avenging Wrath, it'll be right above it, which is very nice. The next add-on I use is right here, and it's called Interrupt Bar, and it lets me keep track of all the interrupts used by any class. Those are all the interrupts in the game, and whenever they are used, they are put onto a cooldown. It lets you move this around too into anywhere you want it to be, which is very nice. The next one I use is called Omni CC, and this basically gives you a more accurate cooldown timer. For example, when I use Crusader Strike, it puts the actual number and it starts counting down on the actual button. For another example, I can use Guardian Ancient Kings. Right there, puts a 5-minute mark, and then it will start counting down. If it's less than a minute, then it will actually count down from whatever it is. Like for example, Hammer Justice. It starts counting down from 40 seconds, which is very nice to keep track of your cooldowns. The next add-on I use is called Power Wars Classic, and I only use this add-on to keep track of my Inquisition, so I don't forget to not have it on. And it lets you track it right here. This is Power Wars. It has a timer and a big icon. You can set it to whatever you want. You can have it track anything you want, which is very nice to have. And last but not least, my actual last add-on is my casting bar. My casting bar is called Quartz, and this is what it looks like right there. You can change it, you can move it around, you can make it bigger, smaller, wider, larger, anything you want. It's fully customizable and it's really useful. And the last and final add-on that I actually forgot to mention is called X-Pearl, and X-Pearl is my unit frames, these right here. I use these because it lets me see my percentage of health and mana and my actual health. It gives me a 3D portrait, and it tracks debuffs nicer than any other unit frames. For example, when I'm attacking a target, my debuffs actually come up bigger than the actual buff frame, as you see. So I use that because it's a nicer cosmetic feel too. So that's my basic list of add-ons I make up my UI. These are all available on Curse Client and WowInterface.com. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe to it. I will see you guys in the next one.